Morning guys, happy Vlogmas. This is day one of the Christmas series where I'm going to be posting every single day on YouTube and hopefully try and do half an hour vlog every single day, and it'll be a nice thing that you can look forward to putting on in the evening when you're doing like productive things. I've just looked up, apparently the Giving Tree is back in Stockport in like a central shopping area, so we're going to go and try and get some like Giving Tree tags so we can buy presents for people that need presents. I think that'll be fun, but I'm going to try and like not say the same stuff on both apps because I do want to make sure that this page is completely different. But one thing which is kind of embarrassing to admit on this page that I struggle with is sometimes I've been filming on my phone because I feel like it's embarrassing to walk around with a camera. Not like in LA, I'm literally like in Stockport, and I just feel like way more shy for some reason because I always just tell myself with the phone like people just think you're on FaceTime, but like even though I'm literally recording with the back camera. On this camera I have a front screen, which is good in some ways because I can make sure that I'm in the shot, but in another way I always find myself look at myself and it annoys me so much because I'm so used to just with my videos recorded on the back camera on the phone, I can just talk like I would talk to a normal person where I can't see myself, but I find myself pouting and stuff when I can see myself in the viewfinder, and there's nothing that annoys me more than when I see other people doing that. And like, it just reminds me of, do you know like Made in Chelsea early seasons, after every single sentence they'd say they'd be like, I always feel like I'm doing that because I just can, if there's a mirror or there's a camera around me that I can see myself, I'm going to be looking at myself. I find it hard not to. I just want to be looking at the lens. But yeah, if that annoys you, I'm sorry, but I am going to try and record on my camera for this series because I've actually just wiped my laptop last night back to factory settings so that I can start editing on my laptop using my camera, and I think that will make it a lot more efficient. And I think what's going to be good about Vlogmas is it's going to force me to get into a good system with things and work out how to do stuff best, and I've already done a few trial versions so at least I know what the obstacles were. I've had files corrupted, I've had obviously my laptop ran out of storage so I couldn't export, things to do with the cloud, and then the issue with filming on camera and phone, so I'm just gonna have to get used to talking to my camera in public and get over the cringe of it. Oh my god guys, the parcel that I've been waiting in for today, this has actually caused me so much stress this week because I ordered extensions way after I should have done. So I was really like, I took my nano beads out and I started using my old extensions, and they're literally like horsehair extensions. They've got that really thin thing around the top of it that they used to do. Apparently my hairdresser said it was more a thing in the past to bulk it out where you'd had like a row of like thin hair. It gets so hot and itchy, and especially because the hair is dry. So I'm going to just do clip-ins from now on. Oh, this is so exciting. So these were £120 because I had a 20% discount code that I just found online, and I've spoke about how I find discount codes before, and it's basically I use the Honeycomb extension and also Cooper, and they just scan the internet for different discount codes. If you just search Chrome extension you'll find it. Oh my god, they feel so soft. I think this will be better because I can actually wash my hair when I want to, and they came rooted, and I was really struggling to find any blonde extensions with ginger roots because like what proportion of the population has that, but these are so nice and thin, so they're going to lie really flat. They don't have any of that itchy stuff, and obviously it's not going to be an exact match. I don't know anyone that's got ginger roots with my blonde hair at the end. This is actually a really good match because I was waiting to go back to my hairdresser until these arrived, so now I can take them with me next appointment and like, get them cut and stuff. I went for 16 inches because I just want them for a little bit of volume and only a tiny bit of length. My ideal length would only be here. I don't want super long hair. But I think when you've had extensions in, it's hard to get used to yourself with no extensions because like, the thickness of them is a lot less. But this will mean that I can do my filming, and because the ones that I was wearing last week were so itchy, I'd film with them in and then I'd have to take them out and I couldn't get on with my day. Whereas now I can keep these ones in all day and actually feel like I want to film myself, because I've had like a long journey with my hair. I think I was really relying on the bleach for confidence because if anyone else has grown up ginger, I had a lot of people saying they related to me on another video that I posted last week talking about people thinking it's fair game to make comments on if you're ginger. I do feel like there's a lot of internalized comments that people make to you, even jokey comments. Even like boyfriends that I've had will make comments and just think it's funny, like call you ginge. And I don't find it endearing because like you'll know if you've grown up ginger, like, the amount of, there'll be like slap a ginger day at school and things like that. It's just not nice, and people think because it race and other things like that are a no-go, whereas like, being ginger is absolutely fine, and I don't think it is, because I think it is actually really sad. So I think once I started dyeing my hair blonde, I was just trying to escape the fact that people would notice I was ginger. I think for years, since I was 15, I've always tried to identify with, oh, I'm blonde, not ginger, just subconsciously, so that people wouldn't make comments to me. And then now I'm going back more ginger. Obviously, I decided that I couldn't continually do the blonde because finally my hair was growing and I wanted to grow it out, but I just wanted to have a little bit more of a low maintenance route for me to be able to try and get some natural length. rather than always have the bob, because I'm just sick of only being able to do one hairstyle. I've not had bad comments, but I think that it's made me feel more self-conscious. Also partly because I don't think with a short hair it looks good to have roots and like patchiness. I do think that it's okay to have balayage roots, but for me a short thing should be block because it's more sharp and like striking. I like a sharp bob with white hair, it looks sick. Sharp bob with really dark hair, or a sharp bob with fully ginger hair, but I'm not personally ready to go fully ginger. I just feel like I do like the blonde, and I like the blonde with the longer bits, but basically I was feeling self-conscious having the bob with the ginger, especially because it needs retoning because I missed my last toning appointment. I'm getting there. Hair and confidence is a journey for me. I just had a shower last night. I ripped off all my eyelash extensions and I realised that I can't be trusted with the proper permanent lash extension glue because I'm just going to damage my lashes and I can't find my remover, so I'm going to try a new technique which may end up in blindness, so don't copy me. And basically I'm going to use normal just stick-on lash glue that you use on top of the lashes, but I'm going to try and put it under. So I'll feed back to you whether that works. Like that, but time for the moment of truth to see if this actually matches. My hair was toned to make it all blend, so I feel like as the tone is washed out, it's gone a lot more back to like the roots with more blonde on the ends. I honestly think that that's like pretty good. It's maybe a little bit more orange, but when it's in, the ends of it are the same. I'm so excited. I can just tone it. I wanted to show you, if you've got extensions, this is a really important thing. Be careful if you do get one of these, because sometimes the plastic can go really wrinkly if it gets too hot or too cold. I think that I found that when I went to a hot country with it. But it's basically like a hanger, and you can actually clip your extensions in it and style them when they're off your head. And I'm thinking I'm going to do, because I don't want to put too much heat on these extensions overall, I might do some overnight rollers in these so I can use my big rollers because they're hard and I wouldn't want to sleep in them if they're attached to your head, and also it's not really nice to sleep in clipping extensions when they're attached to your head. But basically you just clamp them and they'll hang like this, and it's also good for washing them because you don't really want to wash clipping extensions when they're in your hair because they'll start to weigh down your hair and it's probably going to cause breakage. But I'm going to try and avoid washing these for as long as possible. And the leave-in conditioner, heat protectant stuff that I used was from Voodoo's this morning. I'll show you. When I went to Belfast to AVA Festival with Be Perfect, they also like collabed with Voodoo's. They've got some Voodoo's in the Be Perfect stores, and oh my god, go in there and smell them because it's the nicest smell ever, and it lasts in your hair for ages. And it's also a dry heat protectant, so it comes out not in like wet droplets, because I find that really annoying when like just dried your hair then you put heat protectant in it to curl it and it makes it wet again. And always I find the nozzles on heat protectants end up burning out in one big clump of wetness in one patch. But these extensions are so much comfier than my other ones. They weren't itchy at all. Didn't barely even have to brush it. I brushed them once and they wouldn't have any knots in them. So they're all clipped in here. I'm just gonna brush them through. If you're considering wanting to get nanos or tapes or any other type of extension, I think the amount of time it takes you to clip in and then clip out your clipping extensions is just as long as it takes you to do the maintenance on having permanent extensions in your head every night, brushing them, detangling them, how long it takes you to wash and dry them. I think it's a little bit of a trick, and especially because clipping ones are easier for you to do updos with because you wouldn't put as many in and like you'd lie them in the direction of the updo, whereas with the nanos they were always visible, and these are cheaper. So I recommend this. After a long journey myself with not being able to take care of nanos. We're on the way down to the Giving Tree in Stockport. I know the one that I went to a few years ago was in the Mersey Centre, but someone mentioned that Dunelm Mill also does them, so I might go to Dunelm for the next ones. But let me know any other places that you can do them, because this will just be the first time of hopefully many that I can do them. I think they do cut it off a little bit before Christmas, obviously, because they've got the admin of sorting the presents out and getting them to the right people, but it's early enough now to do it. I've just spent the morning looking on Vinted. This is actually a jacket that's off Vinted. It's like a proper vintage one. I've been looking for outfits because I've been invited to go to Rise Festival. I was really up in the air of whether I was going to go or not because I thought it was right before Christmas. It means I'd have to get on a flight. My flight anxiety is really bad. I've not spoke about this in detail, but the reason I even have flight anxiety is because it was actually at a ski festival. It was at Snowbox. We were on the way home and there was quite bad weather. It was very windy on the ground, and I'd never had 2 landing attempts before, so I didn't really know what the process was. But when we were about to land, I was in the aisle seat, so I couldn't see what was going on, but apparently we nearly touched the ground, and then everyone was whispering saying we just touched the ground and then we're going back up. And then the pilot did an announcement and they were like, more information in a minute. So obviously everyone's whispering, why couldn't we land? More information in a minute doesn't really mean anything. And I, for the next 10 minutes was thinking, I think everyone was thinking we're going to die. Everyone was whispering. I think he said we were going to be diverted, but he didn't say that. Like, people just misheard what the pilot said. He hadn't said any information, so everyone was just like Chinese whispers. And then the girl next to me was playing videos of a dog out loud, as if like it was the last thing that she was going to see, with like the music for iPhone slideshows. And I was like, this can't be what I die to. And it was so scary because I'm already absolutely terrified of death. I've done ayahuasca 6 times to try and find out what happens after death. Still couldn't find out. Still am absolutely terrified. The only thing that's made it better, I think, is just not thinking about it, which isn't, I feel like the reason I was thinking about it was because I want to solve it, because I don't want to get to be the age where it's coming soon. Not that any age is guaranteed that you'll live to, but I felt like if I tried to solve it early, I would at least have a little bit more time of feeling relaxed. But obviously it's an impossible question to solve, what happens after you die, so I need to just stop thinking about it. I probably should do MDR or something like that. I was doing hypnosis for fear of death, and recently I have actually broken the habit, because I do think it might have been a bit of like an OCD habit of just thinking about it constantly that wasn't helpful. So after that, he did a second landing attempt and we landed fine, and it was, they never did the announcement and told us what reason it was, so I'm just assuming it's because it was windy, because I've had that a year later when I was landing in London, and the pilot just said, this is very normal, there's wind on the ground, we're just going to go back up and we're going to turn around. So that was like way more, that made me feel a lot more calm. I'm just going to do a U-turn, I missed the turning. So that really freaked me out, and I think just the 10 minutes of thinking I was going to die really associated flying with my fear of death, which was pre-existing. And now, especially with knowing like ski festivals, you've probably got ice, snow, maybe more wind. It's the time of year where you're probably going to be flying in the dark. Just everything about ski festivals just freaks me out with the flying. And since then, considering that I used to be someone that, say when I went to Thailand, I took 4 flights to get there to save myself like £100. I was not scared of flying at all. I'd constantly be doing flights. I'd fly somewhere for a night out without accommodation, then just fly back home. I had no issue with flying loads. It's really disappointing because I still love travel. I'm not anxious about the travel, but if the start and the end of the holiday are consumed with the absolute worst fear ever, as in I'm having like full-on shakes, and it can't be good for your health, the amount of adrenaline that's going through my body. And there was a point where I was trying to drink to numb the fear and get that drunk, but then obviously you get really bad hangovers if you drink when you're in the air. And then I ended up getting anti-anxiety medication, which brings me not even back to normal. I'm that anxious that it barely even does anything for me. Whereas I've heard other people will be like sleep off them, but I'm still very shaky, but at least, and some of it might be a placebo, but at least it does like a little bit. But those are also bad for you, apparently, because it slows your heart down. It's really not great to do. So I try and avoid doing that too much, but oh my God, I didn't know I was that high. I'm just in a normal car. Oh, I might not be able to get out of it. Did you just hear that? I think it's because I've got roof bars on. Shit, I've never been too high for a car park, because I am literally just in a car. I was doing the exposure therapy of just still getting the same amount of flights, and then since the last flight that I went on, which was in early October, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to turn stuff down, and I actually feel like I've got my peace back. I feel very calm again, and I've just been doing little trips in the UK, and it saves money. And I was thinking, you know what, I actually have explored the UK way more since I've got my camper van, and I feel like you get the same amount of dopamine for way less of the price, and then for me way less of the stress, just going on UK trips. So I'm not even mad about that, but it seems like a bad opportunity to miss out on, because I love skiing. Ski festival is like perfect for me. It'll be perfect for Vlogmas. I love the whole cozy vibe of it. It really gets me in the mood for winter, to go somewhere with guaranteed snow. So I think I am gonna go. I'm just talking to them at the moment about, oh my God, the rain's really heavy now. We're about to get out and go get the Christmas presents. But yeah, the only thing I'm talking to them about is, first of all, I want to fly. I don't want to be getting a coach. Oh, he's giving me a, thank you. I swear, I've not had to buy a parking ticket in so long, because every time I sit in a car park, someone gives me a ticket. It's actually so nice. But I'm talking to them because a few issues. Lots of people get the coach. I don't want to get the coach because it takes like 2 days. I have been to Rise Festival before with uni, and it is making me think, because I'm going to be going solo. I'm like, is it going to be just swarms of uni students, which I would find a little bit intimidating going solo, because I don't know how much partying I want to do, and that's why I'm going to go solo. Because I've been to Rise, Snowbox and Snowbombing Festival, and every single person who I've been with wants to party, and I just can't hack the really staying up until 4 in the morning, partying, plus waking up at 7 AM and skiing. I'll get moody, I need to sleep. And I don't mind if I went with someone that was like really good at skiing as me, not that I'm sick, but just like, I don't want to go with someone that can't ski because then I won't get any skiing in. But also it's fine if they want to stay out partying, they can stay out partying and I'll go to bed. But I always just feel like that's a really hard thing to find, because a lot of people, they'll want you to stay out with them, then they'll want to set an alarm really early, which is just like no, and then you end up, something has to give and it ends up just being the skiing. So I just want to actually go ski loads. If I want to have a few drinks and stuff, I will do, and I'll meet up with people there for sure. I'll probably put a story on and be like who's there, but it's a lot less pressure than if you've got someone in the room with you that's like, why are you not coming out? Like, I just feel like it's a bit awkward. So it'll be actually interesting for me to do a solo ski festival, because I've never done one before. I'm not even going to bother asking people to come with me, because like I said last time when I did Snowbox Festival, bought my friend Shannon, she's a sick skier. She used to do professional ice skating, so she's just really sporty, and she arrived a day earlier than me. She met these people that were really lively partying, and it was such a nice party time, but I don't think I've ever like, drunk that much, and it just makes you so ill because of the altitude and drinking in the cold, so you don't feel the cold, so you don't wrap up warm enough, and your body just gets so worn down. So I'm hoping I might be able to hack the ski festival flu and enjoy the festival, enjoy the dressing up, enjoy the skiing and get the best of both worlds and have a little holiday. It seems like too good to pass up on, so I am talking to them about that. The only other thing is that the accommodation matters, because he actually got attacked with it. Well, he didn't touch me, but he threatened me with this pickaxe in the Rise Festival dorm accommodation place. So I was like on the phone in the corridor at like 3:30 in the morning because I didn't want to wake everyone up in my room, and this was when I was at uni in 2018. And this French man comes out of his room and he was like, shut the fuck up, and he had like a ice axe obviously to threaten me, and I was like, whoa. If he said it once and I'd carried on, fair enough with that reaction, but it was like the first time he'd come out of his room. And also I just think you're staying in the cheap accommodation that has bunk beds. Yes, I know you may not be a party family, but what do you expect? It's the week of a festival in the accommodation where all the uni students are housed for the festival. You could at least ask people to be quiet once first. But yeah, so I want to make sure I'm in somewhere that's got a kitchen as well, because every single time I go on a ski trip, ski areas are usually like Austria, France and stuff, they have no vegan food, and that makes me feel even worse because then I have like no protein and I just live off bread and pasta for all those days. So at least if I've got a kitchen, I can make some of my own food. So on Monday, when they're back in the office at the festival, I'm sure they'll get back to me and we'll just 100% find out if I'm going. But I've just been looking for festival outfits because it's literally in a week. I thought it was right before Christmas, but it starts on the 5th of December, so I've been pre-filming these videos a little bit just because the editing process is so unpredictable with exporting and stuff. So Vlogmas, even though I'm doing a video every day in December, they're not filmed and edited that same day. So basically I've not got that long to prep, and it'll be in the next few videos that I'll be at Rise. So I'm trying to order stuff on Vinted, and obviously Vinted you need to leave a bit of leeway because people have got to ship it and people take different amount of times to ship. So I've found a few cute ski outfits. I've already got all of my like warm, proper like equipment for skiing, which I don't need to get new ones of, but it's more the evening outfits that I'm going to be styling in festival videos. I wanted to get a few bits which I have ordered, and I'll show you them obviously in the ski video. I'm going to hand make some stuff as well. I've started planning that out, so as soon as Monday comes around and I've got full confirmation, then I can go into full-on prep mode. I'll show you the Christmas markets because they're up now as well. It's like the mini version of the Manchester Christmas markets. It smells so good. It smells like those chestnuts. So I've got 3. I've got the pamper set, nail art presents and makeup mirror. I'm coming into Primark because I thought they might have some of the little pampery bits, and then I want to do a basket for each one and collect a load of nice stuff. Obviously I'm going to get them some stuff that's like more expensive, like the nail art pens I want to order online and get them really good ones, and maybe like stick on nails. I bought ones that I'm like, at least I know what other stuff that they would like, because it's just like clearly girly girl stuff, so I can buy them a few more extra bits. Let's go to the fluffy socks and stuff in Primark because I feel like that's nice for a little pamper night. And then we'll go upstairs to the kids section because they probably have different stuff as well. And these are all 8 years old. I feel like we should get them a bath bomb each, would be cute. If I got a set I could separate it. Maybe this little pink one. And then there's face masks for the girl that wanted a little pamper kit. That would be so cute. I'm not sure if there's any restrictions on fragrance things or sensitivity rules. It doesn't say anything, so I'm assuming that you're allowed to give them anything. Oh, this is really cute. Maybe I could get this because you put it in the fridge. It might be too big for an 8-year-old though. This is really cute. I feel like that's quite a thing that a kid would like because it goes all like whipped cream, I think. Moon Glow. They do actually sell gel nail stuff here, but most parents don't want their kids to use gel, so I probably will just get them normal nail things. It is easy to remove, but it'd be cute to get them a tub to put it all in. Oh, this mirror could be good for the girl that wanted a mirror. Plug it in. I don't think it's battery powered, which is good. Is it battery powered? So it is actually battery operated, which I feel like is not the best because then they're gonna have to keep buying batteries, so I might keep looking. I feel like a kid would really like little pink brushes. They've got a few different options. Got these little brush sets which are cute for, they've got eye stuff and nice for practicing, and they're like kid size, so I might get 3 of them. That's what we've got so far. I feel like we need to go upstairs, and then there might be some smaller size stuff for the kids section, like smaller socks and stuff like that, and then also nails, because I was going to get nails there, but they're probably adult size hands. So we'll have a look and see if they've got smaller ones and come back down if not, because I think they do have some small sizes. I should speak to my boyfriend about what his niece is like because they're the same age. There's some cute stuff here. Version of the eye mask, and this has jelly inside of it, which is an option. I just don't want to get everything from Primark because I don't want it to say Primark on all of them. That's cute. This is also cute. Could get some little hair bubbles and stuff. A bow. I have looked up what shoes the average size 8-year-old wears, and it's a 32. This is a 30 to 36, so these will be fine, but they're broken. So they're cute, but they're not very Christmassy. These would do for one girl. They're so cute. So I found 2 more. I've also realised that I was being dumb and it literally says what age they're for here. So I've got 3 lots of socks now. I'm in the handle your self-care section, looking at the gift stuff here, so we'll try and find some things in here for some of them. I feel like kids would like this game, but they didn't ask for games, so I don't want to go too far off the instructions. Found something really cute that I could put one of the presents inside, but I don't know where it's from because it would be good to get 3 of these, because then I don't have to hide what's inside of them, because obviously they need to be checked through when you leave them back at the tree. But it's like Christmassy, but also like girly and pink. They've got little storage caddies for showers, which could be good because they're like reusable. I don't want them to be too Christmassy because then they can't use them after Christmas. I think we've got the start of it. I'm going to go to another shop now and have a look, maybe like Superdrug and Boots, Net, see what like makeup-y pamper bits they've got there, and then get boxes from B&M. I checked, and apparently I need to get kids' face masks that are a bit more gentle, so I'm going to look for them online. Or maybe Super might have some. I was thinking to wrap them up, I could do a tote bag for some of them. I don't know, they've only got Mickey Mouse tote bags here, and I feel like Mickey Mouse might be a bit young. I want to get stuff that 8-year-olds definitely like, so I'm going to do a bit more research on what the cool thing is. We're at £30 at the moment for all of this, because these are £6 each, which is pretty good for that many brushes. Just paying £40 total. Right, I'm on the way to Boots now. I really want to get them something that's super colourful, kids looking brands, but that they might have heard about, like Drunk Elephants, but I'm not going to be able to go to Sephora because that's just going to use up all the budget, and also there isn't a Sephora in Stockport. Just in Boots now. Maybe some colourful makeup would be cute, but I just don't know whether you're allowed to give kids just normal makeup. Hopefully I can find a place that just kids special stuff in the meantime, because we'll do this over a few days. But I'm just going to look at the skincare and stuff. Apparently for nail varnish they need peel off nail varnish, so I'm going to make sure I get that for them. These ones are really cute. They're like little body mists. I think a kid would really like them. And what's this? Lip balm. It's a cute shape. Thinking of getting 3 of these. I just need to go get a basket because my hands are full. Put them in there. Right, they've got testers of these, so they're kind of running out there. I feel like kids would definitely like something a little bit more fruity and young, sweet smelling. Then, because there's one that's sandalwood, I feel like sandalwood is not, that's not very kiddie. That's more adult. I'm going to get the pink ones because they smell really good and they're cute colour as well. Coming down here is making me think that maybe P. Louise set or something like that, or Lush. The only thing is I bought them bath bombs, and then I thought if they don't have a bath, because I only have a shower, I guess like kids can play with it in the sink if not. But I don't want to go too heavy with the bath stuff and then they can't use them. These look cute. What are these? Lip balm. Well, we've got lip balm for them already. They've got Made by Mitchell in Boots actually. Let's have a look. Probably actually get more on TikTok shop, but this is £20 though. It's quite expensive for what it is. In the kids section, they've got a lot of Lilo and Stitch in both Primark and here actually. Thing is, I just never hear kids speak about Lilo and Stitch. I'm like, is that just what marketing companies are telling us that kids like, but not actually what kids like? They've got some wicked stuff. What's this? Notebook and hand balm, random duo. This looks cute. Wicked bath gel. I might get that for one of the girls. What's in here? One of the girls obviously requested a big mirror, but there's also a small mirror here that I could add in as well, and it's Wicked themed, because I feel like kids would like Wicked. It's quite out now. There's some good stuff here. Little jelly lip oils. They're cute. Then there's also this that looks a little bit like slime, but it's like a whipped thing. I might get some of them, and it's vegan as well, which is good. Right, it's a Sunday and it's getting quite late, so I'm thinking we check out with these at Boots. I ended up putting the centre stuff back because it was £8 and I want to get them some more stuff. And possibly kids-centred things is more gentle on the skin, so I might get them from the kids section somewhere. I've just got the lip balms and some on a bath thing.
Please insert or scan your Advantage card. Insert cash or select payment type. Use PIN pad to complete transaction.
£10. Right, we've done Boots. Superdrug's on the way to B&M, and I've actually found out I think B&M opening times are a bit later now. It's Christmas time, because I thought it was going to close at 4, so we'd only have 40 minutes, but they close at 5. So I'm going to walk down there and look for the rest of the stuff that we're ordering, they're getting today, and then the rest of the other bits I'm going to order online if they're more specialist, because I want to get them like art pens and things like that, kids safe, so I don't really know where to buy them. The girl that wants nail art, I'm going to get her some of these. It would be really cute to get them something to wear on Christmas Day, like a little Christmassy vibe jumper. I know that 8-year-olds love like tattoos and stuff, so I'm gonna get them. Got 2 of these outfits, but they only had 2. I wanted to get a 3rd one, so they've each got something on Christmas Day that's also like fancy. And
Do you wish to continue?
but we'll find something else for the other person. And then the nails. Also getting gift bags, because I think these are like long life bags. They'll be good to wrap stuff in. My bag is getting so heavy now, so we might have to knit back and put them in the car once we've done it at Superdrug. This brand looks really like kid friendly because it's dead colourful. I've got a really cute hot water bottle that also looks like a kid's toy. I'll get 2. One of the girls wanted a mirror, and I think this is quite cute because it's more like for a kid, because a lot of the light up mirrors are quite like serious looking. Does it need batteries? Light up, it needs batteries. Obviously one of the girls wanted proper nail art, but the other one requested just self-care, so I feel like we could still put nail stuff in that one, and then the nail art one I'll obviously order more specialist stuff, but this is some cute nail things. Superdrug stuff is actually a little bit better value as well than Boots was. There's this body mist trio. I could get this and separate it so there's one for each girl, and because I've made for kids because they're Disney princess ones, I know that they're like definitely kids. And they're sparkly, which is cute. This is really cute for the girl that isn't going to get a water bottle because it's the same sort of shape, and that's like a little headband for self-care. I'm just looking at the hair stuff now. They've got some really cute bows and stuff, but they're quite summery. Oh, there's some little makeup-y bit. Teddy bear lip gloss is so cute. These are nail stickers. These would be good to put in the girl that wanted nail things. Joe, have you got like any kids' face masks?
All it is whatever's on the first aisle, about where Elf stand is. If you look this way, it's just whatever's
Just
on the
all them
wall
face
there.
masks.
Yeah.
There's no like kids' beauty section.
No. Only if it comes like, you know, the Christmas section where those products are. Where you were with all these, like if any, like, you know, there's anything there. It's
Okay, cute.
there is a little stand here, this fantasy stand, but I'm fairly certain there's no face masks. More like face stuff like that. Yeah.
Such good stuff for them. Like got nearly 2 bags of things. And I'm just thinking now, the bag is cute enough to give us the gift bag for 2 of the other girls, or should I get something more like kid-like? And then they've got all these squish bits, but I'm going to drive to B&M because I was going to carry all this stuff, but it's actually so heavy. I'll put it all in one bag and then we'll go in the car. And you can see all the Christmas lights a little bit better. I mean, full Stockport, looking cute. I remember when I was a kid, I used to beg my mum and dad to go on this roundabout. It's been here for so long. And they used to push me around with a Greggs sausage roll in my hand. Also, does anyone else remember when they used to have a top shop on the top floor of the Mersey-way in Stockport? I actually miss when the high street had stuff that you'd actually wear out. Like now you just have to order everything online. Time to see if my car's going to get scraped along the roof of the exit of the car park as well. Fingers crossed there isn't like a height barrier on them, because I didn't think in a normal car I would have to worry about that, but that was kind of bad. I'm hoping I've not damaged the bars. Oh, I've messed up, so I was looking at the wrong B&M. The one that's bigger, that's going to have more of like the gift stuff, is closing in 10 minutes, so we'll have to come back another day. I think we'll finish here tonight because it's literally nearly 4:30 on a Sunday, so nowhere else is going to be open, but I will do follow-up and show you all the wrapping of it and everything like that, probably in a later vlog, because I'm going to have to wait until the stuff comes that I'm going to order online.